Hey everybody, I'm here with Dr. Mendonza, and I wanted to start this conversation about seasonal affective disorder because personally it's something that I feel that has really impacted me and affected me this winter. We haven't seen the sun as much, and I saw it today and I just instantly felt happier. I instantly felt my mood just go up. So I want to have you, the expert, kind of explain that I'm not the only one feeling this way and what people can do to kind of get by as we get through this winter.
Not at all. This is totally normal. We see people's depression and kind of feeling not so good start around fall time and then end around spring. So basically we know the lack of sun kind of messes with our brain, messes with our chemicals, our melatonin, our serotonin, all those things that make us happy up in our brain tends to decrease when there's not a lot of sun. Very normal. Best thing you can do is get connected to your friends, get connected to things that you like, that make you happy. Get in the sun. Go on a road trip. Grab a Southwest flight that's cheap. Whatever you need to do to get some sunlight. And if you're still struggling with stuff, if you already have some pre-existing stuff you're being treated for, get out there, see your doctor, see your therapist. But basically just kind of get out of the house, because it's this time of the year that we just basically forget to exercise. If someone's feeling depressed, they tend to let themselves go, and that could basically mean everything from not eating right to forgetting to, again, connect with family and friends, to forgetting to exercise. And then if you forget to do all those things, then you feel even worse about yourself, and it's kind of this cycle that just kind of keeps getting worse and worse.
As a psychologist, are you seeing that a lot of your patients are kind of going through this? Are people feeling funky? Is that something that's common right now?
I think in general, most of my colleagues are saying that, the patients that they are seeing are just kind of going through kind of a rough spot. And I know I can speak for my own patients. And again, we just kind of see that year in and year out. That's why we know it's just something that kind of happens this time of year. It's not something that only one person struggles with. It's something that almost everyone struggles with. In areas that don't get a lot of sunlight, like up north and stuff, we see that these kind of symptoms last for a longer period of time.
Okay. One of the other things that you mentioned to me before we started this Facebook Live, and I want you to kind of touch on, so you mentioned surrounding yourself with people that, can help bring your mood up, getting outside, but you also mentioned something you can do if you have an office or you're indoors, the box.
Yeah, so there's some really cool treatment out there these days. They're called light boxes. You can buy them on Amazon, all kinds of places. And basically they can sit on your desk, they can sit at home, whatever it is, and it basically kind of emits this light that's kind of mimics the sunlight, and it just kind of refreshes yourself and kind of gives you all that energy that the sunlight gives you, and they're very, very effective. So they're inexpensive. If you feel like you want to try it out, I would definitely encourage you to. I've had patients be very successful, family members who've tried them, and they really like them.
I can definitely say that I already feel better by talking to you, because I've just been, you ask yourself, what's wrong with me? Is it just the weather? But then when the sun came out today, I just saw a switch go on, What do you have to say for others feeling like myself and who just kind of, I don't know, it's just become a struggle.
Yeah, very, very normal. I mean, it's so normal that the American Psychiatric Association basically gave it its own label. And so to be at that level, it means that, a lot of people around the world, not just around California, around the United States, but around the world.
But as Californians are used to our sunshine.
It is, we are, and definitely, this has been a rough week for us. But in general, just the reality that it's got its own diagnosis, its own treatment, its own everything means that it's pervasive. It's very common. Likely thousands of people around you probably are struggling with it. All the people on the road that are irritable and angry because of the accidents, because of all the weather, they're probably struggling with it too. It's just very, very common.
Okay. Another thing that we talked about earlier is with this rainy weather we've had, a lot of people are probably dealing with more accidents, more traffic. Does that all affect your mood? And then when you get to work, you're just kind of in a...
Because you think about it, like if you happen to be the one at work on time and everyone else is stuck in traffic or in accidents or whatever, you're starting to feel like, why is everyone else get to be late and I didn't? Or you're the one that's late and you're anxious because you missed a meeting or something like that.
Right.
And you get to the office, you're already starting the day behind, and then you can kind of see how things can snowball.
Anything else you want to say for people watching about what they need to keep in mind as we prepare for more rainy weather in the coming days?
The big thing is, know yourself, know your baseline, know what works for you. So if you're noticing that, hey, I'm experiencing some symptoms, I'm experiencing some feelings that aren't normal for me, that's when you want to take a step back and say, what's going on? Do I need to talk to someone? Do I need to pick up the phone and call a professional? These are great times to, if you can't get outside to exercise, do something in the house, maybe go to a yoga class. You really kind of challenge and push yourself that, don't use the excuse that, I can't get outside because it's rainy. There's things you can do in the house that can really kind of boost your energy levels.
Absolutely. Really appreciate that. Thank you. So this is a story that